I'm just streaming a little bit. It's a heavily modded playthrough. We'll check out if any of my mods have any updates, and then we'll go at it. I'm just changing up some settings right now. Alright, it looks like none of my mods have any updates. I have... Technically, this mod could be considered a cheat mod because it allows you to upgrade any armor piece into the highest variant. And... I had that activated, saw what it was, and deactivated it. This is a follower expansion mod, which I think I'm just going to deactivate. For PS3, this is pretty heavily modded. This is also would be maybe considered a cheat mod. It changes Idiot Savant to be more of like an intelligent version of it, where yeah, it's just I like Idiot Savant, but I always play a high intelligence character, so I was just screwing around with that mod. Some Minutemen buffs, some Minutemen changes. These, I'm honestly thinking, this mod I'm honestly thinking about disabling. Yeah. This just adds more turrets and stuff. This is settlement overhaul that changes up the settlement a little bit. I have a couple of those. Let me know after this video if you guys watch it, if the nights are too dark. Oh, this character is level 34. I've been experimenting with a lot of mods, and I'm trying to figure out if they're too OP or not, and I excuse me, I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's go to Nuka World. The other thing that mod that does that might be considered cheating, but I really like, is it allows you to any legendary attachment. Of course. I'm going to need a second. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Headset had a little technical difficulty. Since this is a Minutemen playthrough, I am going to be killing everyone of the Raider gangs. It's just a question of how soon.
Animals, slaves, and friends you don't want no more.
I'll give that a go. You really know what you're doing.
I try. let me get this straight. Some scaver makes it through the gauntlet, takes out the boss, and now we're all supposed to follow her? How does that work? She ain't even a raider.
I think you missed a spot, Scab. Sweep that patch again.
Please, just leave me alone. I'm doing my best, okay?
Hey, you shoot my help and you're gonna be the one pushing
3
my
rival
boat.
gangs in
You
one
got
place.
that tough
and
guy?
we're not killing
Just
each
having
other.
a little fun, Granny.
Never seen
Keeping the
anything
kid on
like
his
it.
toes.
I don't
Mine now.
Let's ask how many raiders there are. In here, it's my bar and my rules. Work hard, play hard. That's the raider way. So, what are you drinking?
What have you got?
I got whatever liquor this rowdy bunch can get their hands on. From fine spirits to rock gut that'll put a fire in your belly. What'll it be?
Just looking.
All right, then.
Don't worry about me. I'll stay in line.
I thought about trying my hand at the gauntlet just to see if I could do it.
We'd
Wasting
all
time
considered
now.
putting a bullet in
No
Coulter's
one
back at some point.
Nuka World was an interesting DLC. I do not think it should have been the one that they ended on. I feel like they should have done so much more.
You haven't seen anything that's, out of the ordinary around here, have you?
That last one died too fast.
I thought we told you. Heard you put a pretty good beat down on that.
My big hope was that they were going to bring the Enclave into this world somehow, in some way, with one of the DLCs, and they didn't do it, and it made me kind of sad. I wouldn't say they're one of my favorite factions, but I really enjoy their backstory, and I enjoy what they bring to the universe.
Ammo, caps, whatever you find, don't forget to share.
And I really think that Nuka World, with all its secrets and how much Bethesda was trying to say that this does have to do with the pre-war military, how many pre-war military contracts there were within Nuka World's walls itself. I really don't understand why we didn't even just see a small enclave forward, like, base here that was basically torn apart and decrepit, but still here. And I've seen some theories online that maybe the gunners are actually the enclave, like retrying to establish themselves, and that's an interesting concept. But we also have a lot of proof that they might have been just some basically super soldiers from Vault 77. That at least their head up hierarchy is a large group of, or not a large group, but whatever survivors were left from the Vault 75 experiment. Yeah, I have a dismemberment mod on.
I was just getting started.
Oh, it's supposed to be a diving board. I get it now. There's a suit of power armor over here. The first time I played the DLC, it was XO, but I was like level 900 something. Or not 900. 90 something. And the past time I did it, it was XO. And this time it's T50. It's getting left here because I don't really care about it. I need that leg though, so I might come back for it. Hacking in this game they've made way too easy. Because right now, even if I fail, there's no actual penalty. Oh, actually, there is. Oh, I get locked out for 10 seconds.
Nice.
Come on, you're wasting your time in that thing.
To get her a better gun.
What the hell was that? Gotta do this more often.
Especially on the PS3, one thing I've noticed is mod descriptions are really lacking. They tell you, alright, this adds this, this, and this, and then you go to the location to either grab the item that it adds, like if it adds a new gun or something along those lines. You go there and then you open the chest and you look in your inventory and you have millions of pounds of ammo. I think that's supposed to be a Blues Brothers reference. I just slept in a bloody bed. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure if that's what that actually is, but I think it's a Blues Brothers reference.
there's no cure. What towns and outposts I could find said that we ghouls just go feral eventually, and there's nothing to be done. Maybe it was the misters. Held out. As long as I can. I know this isn't what you'd want, but I can't stand the thought of mindlessly attacking everyone around me. So I've decided to end it on my own terms. I don't know why it hasn't affected you the same, but if you still held it together, I want you to move on. Leave Nuka World. You can still make a life out there. It's not all as bad as we thought. I love you, Oz.
This is gonna be a piece of cake. I was just getting warmed up.
There's a Dark Soul reference over this. Ah. Two of my weapons actually have the frenzy effect on it, where the more, I think it's frenzy, it's the effect where you get more consecutive hits and you make more damage each hit, like 15% more damage. It's not anything broken, but it's one of my favorite legendary effects. I like the explosive legendary effect too. This mist in here is weird. But right now I have 3 weapons. A laser rifle. The blue lasers are from a mod. The homemade rifle, and then just a 9mm or 10mm. Just impact rain from the sky. It's a Dark Souls reference. Because every consecutive hit, it did more damage. So, the first hit, it did the base damage of the gun, which is 100, almost 200, I believe. We can look in just a sec. Hi, little buddy. My cat came to say hi, guys. Alright. So, with the effect it has on it, it does increase damage. So, the first one did that 119, and then it did, I believe the math calculates out to 15% more damage each time you get a hit. So, if you're hitting a high level enemy, you theoretically can have a bullet that has like 10,000 damage just pop. They're decent. This effect is decent on snipers. I wouldn't really recommend it. I would go with something like the powerful legendary effect or if I would have waited till I was a higher level, that would have been a nuke alert. Or I would have been a nuka queen. Hey, little buddy. Do. There's a crashed vertebrate back here. I'm sorry guys, I had to adjust on my bed. My cat was kind of being a doorknob. He was pushing up against me, trying to do his own thing and wanting to be super next to me.
Hey.
I hate when they do that.
Hey there, Kate.
I'd still like to have that talk. Do you have time now?
Always have time to listen to you, Kate.
Good. Because this isn't easy for me to say, and I want to get it right. Where do I begin? Did you know I spent 3 years of getting beaten to hell by a bunch of losers and lunatics? After the matches were over, I'd spit out the blood, stitch me wounds, and do a couple of shots of psycho to keep me going. I fucking hated it. I hated the crowds, I hated the other fighters, and I hated myself. I never understood why I put myself through all that. Until now. It was because I was alone. And I think deep down, I wanted to die. I wanted one of my opponents to crush the life out of me. The easy way out.
Well, that's the past. You're not alone anymore.
Then maybe you know what I'm trying to say to you. My life's been nothing but one huge failure after another. You've heard all my stories, and you know the prices I've paid. There were a few times when things got really bad that I found myself staring down the barrel of my own shotgun. I don't know why I didn't pull the trigger. I guess I was praying that I could find a single decent scrap of humanity in this fucked up world. And then, what you did for me back there at Vault 95, it was like the answer to those prayers. That's the first time in my life I fully depended on someone else, and they didn't let me down. God damn it, I'm making a mess of this.
It's alright, Kate. Let it all out.
I'll be fine. I just need to be getting to the point. The longer we've been spending time together, the more I'm beginning to realize what you mean to me. And I'm not just talking about you watching me back or sharing a drink together. I mean more than that. Before we met, I'd never let me guard down around anyone. I didn't dare. But with you, I feel like I can let you in and see me for everything that I am. For better or for worse. Look, I can't go back to the way things were before we met. I won't. But what I need you to do is look me in the eyes and tell me you feel something too.
Of course I do. I'm in love with you, Kate.
You're what? You said you're in love with me. I didn't know. I mean, I felt something between us, but I thought it was something else. Why? Why would you fall in love with someone as screwed up as I am?
To tell you the truth, we're both a little screwed up. Perfect match for one another.
I can't argue with that. This has to be the first time I put all my cards on the table and didn't end up losing everything. You don't know how much this means to me. To have someone special in my life. I promise you. I mean to make the most of it. I don't mind hoofing it as long as there's some excitement at the end of the road. Oh no, you don't.
Even though we're going to kill all the raiders, we might want to get Gage as a follower just for his follower perk. Although I could download a mod that I would get to keep him. That was just horrible. As near as I can tell, and from what I've read of those things, they are simply a bloodworm or a stomach worm from pre-war that somebody brought into the park, and they got sick and died, and the bloodworm mutated. That could have been bad.
Hey.
Sure. Just keep your shirt on.
Oh, there's a behemoth. I honestly don't think I've ever ran into that guy. No, I have. I remember it now. And you do find a really large pre-war military force here. And that's part of the reason I'm kind of surprised that there isn't some sort of enclave, or even just a base that we find that has mention of them in their like records. I would really love to see the enclave. Maybe in the next Fallout they'll have a little bigger of a role. That's what we're looking for.
This better be worth it. Yep, I got it. Suit yourself.
Okay, so, I've been broadcasting for almost an hour. I know I really haven't done much, but I think I might call it here soon. We found some XO1 power armor, which is pretty good. You can see Sanctuary since that's where we're headed. I don't know if I like the particular mod I downloaded though to redo Sanctuary, because I feel like it's too Megaton inspired, and they really wanted Megaton back. Which is probably a lot of why they did make this mod and build it right. Or at least the way they did.
Heads up.
Hmm? This is my favorite part of the job.
Heads up.
What is it?
Hey, Kate.
If you want to talk, I'm here for you.
I need you to get out of your...
You got it?
Look alive.
Have any goodies for me?
But if you did join in and you enjoyed this, even if you're watching as a bystander after the stream has already gone live, please comment, like if you enjoy what you see, give me suggestions on what I should play. If you have some mods you want to see tested out, let me know and I can see about downloading them. I should move that out of the middle of there, but it's fine for now. This is added by a mod, and it, okay. I'm not 100% sure what it does for everything. So I might need to grab bands just to be able to read some of those things. I downloaded it because it was talking about a new set of power armor. And it's the XO2 and is this not like actual power armor? If it's actual power armor, it's weak as fuck. And it adds a lot of broken stuff that I will never care to use or I am a little frustrated that the explanation recipes, how they added them, I can't access because I don't care to have... I don't like Vans. I don't like that perk. I don't think it's a good perk. This workbench is just... I can craft any gun in the game when I reach a required level. None of them are OP. I mean, you can make homemade rifle a little early. One thing I don't use all that often is this guy, and it just allows you to craft all the ammos in the game. And that can't be, that's not necessarily broken, but I have another mod that unlocked a bunch of, that gave me a bunch of crafting materials, basically just because I was tired of not being able to test the mods I wanted to test because I didn't quite have the parts or pieces I needed to test them. One of the mods I have installed takes everything on your weapon into consideration when it comes to damage. This allows me to make like a backpack. Once I have the correct perks, like all the armors in the game. It has a jetpack. I never use it, but it has it. What happens here is, like, I create this. It'll take it from whatever my possible loot pool is and give me a variant. And then I can go to the other workbench behind me and upgrade it to whatever I may want it to be. And that would be nice if I ever decide to have Strong as a companion. I'll be able to make him look exactly like I want him to without having to go around and try to find all the shit I want. Like, I get what he was trying to do with the settlement. He was trying to give it his own flavor, his own idea of what was here. But, in my opinion, he didn't do a very good job of it. There isn't really any story when you get here of why these cannibals were here, why or how they got these plane parts here. And then this starts out as where the workshop is. I like these right here. But these, the ones that are over here, all they have on them are a bunch of skeletons. And then in every house, in areas that are like where somebody would eat, like where you see these, there is a arm or a leg. And I get that he was trying to say cannibals kind of took this area over, built it to what they wanted it to be. But
please, just I need to be alone right now.
Guess you've got your reasons, but that just looks like junk to me.
I don't remember putting that down, but I must have. Yeah. And I mean, after 200 years, yes, I do believe people would be this resourceful where they would get some of this stuff here. But I would like to see, like, machines outside here, like, just kind of left from them pulling it all here. What the hell are these? Fast travel hatch, Adam Cat's garage, fast travel hatch, Diamond City, fast travel hatch. What the fuck? Can I just delete these? No. I'm not 100% sure what mod added those, but I'm going to try to figure it out and remove it because, for one, they're an eyesore, and two, I don't really need them. And then, for some reason, in my game, you have to remove these bushes to be able to get to this. Which, okay, I remove them. Not that big of a deal. But every fucking day, I have to remove them. Every time I log in, I have to remove them. I don't know if it's how he set up his mod. Maybe use these within the structure and they keep coming back because they're supposed to be there or something. It's not that big of a deal that I have to remove them all the fucking time. It does get semi-annoying. And that's the scrap anything mod that allowed me to, like, remove some really weird stuff like dirt from the ground. I get fertilizer. I do need to set it up and make it look like I want it to, but I do enjoy these pre-built settlement mods. I do. I think they're worthwhile. I feel like this was a mod meant for him, and he never really necessarily was going to release it, but either a friend or just he kind of decided, hey, people might enjoy this. I did not place this here. So the mod author must have placed it here.
That's it.
See if that mod wasn't here.
Revival project has really helped.
This is where the thing would be. I didn't actually mean to give myself a stim pack like that. But yeah. I have 3 other settlements. That is from a kind of a player home mod. It's an interesting mod. It would be great if you were playing a hardcore mode and did not use fast travel like at all. Because in strategic spots around the Commonwealth, it adds it adds access into the Underground Railroad, which is like an old underground sewer system that just kind of branches out throughout the Commonwealth. Oh. I learned the hard way that there's some rubble that the Scrap Anything mod or Scrappable Skeleton mod makes scrappable. But if you scrap it, it's a bad time, and I didn't know that until after I did it. All it does is this, and then makes it a hole that you can fall into. And you can't build down there. Like, I thought about just blocking off that little bit of an area and setting up a small house, like safe house thing. And yes, for some reason, if you're not paying attention, you can accidentally scrap the manholes and they're just gone. And NPCs will randomly wander into them, and it does get a little annoying. Like, I've had a synth patrol before just wander in there, rape my face, because it was too high level for me, because it wandered in from one of the high level areas or something. I don't really know where it came from. It just came from it and destroyed me. And then this is from there's a subway mod that actually connects the whole Commonwealth Visa subway system, which is really nice. I honestly do not know which mod added those fast travel thingies. I know I just said a little while ago we were gonna be leaving soon, but those manhole covers caught my eye. I think they might be from this Project X mod, because that's the only mod that I've added recently. Recently added. And that's the problem I have with the modding on the PS4. The mod descriptions never actually tell you 100% what the mod adds.
Shane, what have I told you about keeping the lake clean? Don't make me shut down this little standing house. Your friend looks like trouble. Make sure she's not.
Prescriptions, Bill. High quality chems right here.
You're that vault dweller from the paper.
Everyone who's anyone reads public occurrences.
Alright, but I do think we are gonna call it here, guys. Peace, have fun, live long and prosper.